Okay, welcome to pre-calculus. We're going to be talking about solving multiple angles, trigonometric equations. It's a little bit of review from things we've done in the past, but I'm going to present it a little bit differently. In the past, when we were solving multiple angles, it was always all solutions where we had multiple revolutions, and now everything's 0 to 2 pi, and you might think that's easier. Not necessarily, but it's often all we want is 0 less than theta less than 2 pi. So first thing we're going to do, I'm just going to rewrite that, and you wouldn't have to do it because we could just build off this one here, but we're going to do it later on. 0 less than or equal to theta less than 2 pi, but 3 theta is what we're working with in here is our angle. So I'm going to just multiply this inequality by 3, and I get 0 is less than or equal to 3 theta is less than 6 pi. And you'll see where I'm going with that a little bit later. Okay? So we're going to say u is 3 theta, and this becomes sine of u is 1. And that's a breeze for us. Sine of u is 1 when y on r is 1 on 1, and that happens right there at pi on 2. We know what the graph, we know sine goes from 0 to 1 to 0 to negative 1. But now I have to take values all the way from 0 up to 6 pi. And you'll see why there if you don't see it yet. So u is pi on 2. 4 halves later, 4 halves pi later, right? That's a full revolution. 4 halves pi later. 5 halves u, or 5 halves pi, excuse me. 5 halves pi. And 4 halves pi later, 9 halves pi. That's what u is. But don't forget, u is what 3 theta is. We may end up not talking about u if things are going well by the time we're done with this. So that's 3 revolutions, and we're only supposed to be 0 to 2 pi, but when I divide by 3 now, or multiply by 1/3, I get theta equals 1/3 times pi on 2, pi on 6, 1/3 times 5 on 2, 5/6 pi, and 1/3 times 9 halves pi. 3 and 9 reduce. This becomes 3 halves pi. And you see how theta now ends up between 0 and 2 pi. You see what's going on there? Okay. Number 3. So first thing I'm going to do here, 0 is less than 2 theta, or excuse me, is less than theta, is less than or equal to 2 pi. But I want to have negative 2 theta as my argument. So I'm going to
0 is less
than or equal to, thank you, is less than. I want to go ahead and multiply this by negative 2, so I get 0 is greater than or equal to, right? When we multiply an inequality on both sides by negative, is greater than or equal to negative 2 theta is greater than negative 4 pi. Well, that's a twist on anything we've done. Okay, first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go theta is, negative 2 theta is u. I'm going to replace u here. I'm going to say cosecant of u equals 3 minus 2 square root of 3 on 3, and then I need to subtract 1. This is just sneaky of the author of this problem. I'm going to subtract 1, but I'm going to subtract it in the form minus 3 on 3 for obvious reasons there. And I get cosecant of u is 3 minus 2 square root of 3 minus 3. Well, that's just negative 2 square root of 3 on 3. Right? Because we got common denominators. 3 minus the 3 leaves you with negative 2 square root of 3 on 3. Can I answer a question there? Do we recognize that as a rationalized fraction? We could derationalize that and call that negative 2 on square root of 3. How are we going to do on our 2 a.m. wake-up calls? Cosecant is the reciprocal of sine. Sine 2 a.m. is y on r. So this is r on y. So I need to be where y is negative down, and y is the big side of the 30, 60, 90. So we're here, and we're there. And these are 60s. But I want answers for you. See, this is u right here, negative 2 theta. I want answers from 0 to negative 4 pi. Is that all right? So I'm just going to jump right to negative 2 theta equals, I need to go 0 to negative 4 pi. I've got to go back, spin backwards. My first solution occurs at, what's this in radians? Negative 60 degrees would be what? Negative pi on 3, negative 2/3 pi. But I've got to go around 2 revolutions backwards. Is that all right? So this would be 6/3 pi, 7/3 pi gets me to here, and 8/3 pi gets me to there. Watch this. 1/3, 2/3, 3/3, 4/3, 5/3, 6/3, 7/3, 8/3 pi. And there's not another answer in the second backwards revolution. Well, that all seems weird until we multiply by negative 1/2. And we get theta equals, negatives cancel, I get pi on 6. Negatives cancel, 2's cancel, pi on 3. Negatives cancel, or excuse me, negative times positive, negative 7, 2 times 3, 6, negative 7, 6, that's, oh, this was negative as well, negative 7/3, negative 8/3, excuse me. So that's positive 7/6 pi, and negatives cancel, 8/6 pi or 4/3 pi. See how that's still within one revolution of solutions. That's not many examples yet. Where are we right now on fist to 5? We got some 3s and 4. You know, if you're a 3 right now, I'd say that's pretty good. If you're a 4, really good. Okay, let's just jump back. There is no level of difficulty in these, so I'm just going to start from the front. I'm not going to just go odds. I've got answer keys for all of these for every problem for you to pass out, so you can be checking. So I just want to run through some of these. So 0 less than or equal to theta less than 2 pi. But I want 4 theta. So if I multiply these by 4, I get 0 less than or equal to 4 theta less than 8 pi. We're going to have to consider 4 revolutions worth of answers. Going to divide, I get cotangent of, I'm going to go with 4 theta here. Let's see how that goes without even introducing the u. I think it's going to be okay. 4 theta equals, when we divide 9, we get square root of 3 on 3. Is that okay? We recognize that as a rationalized good triangle. It would be what?
1 on square root of 3.
1 on square root of 3. Cotangent is the reciprocal of? Tangent. Tangent 2am is? Y on x. This is x on y. When are tangent, what quadrants tangent and cotangent positive in?
1 and 3.
1 and 3. So I want short x, tall y. So once again, we're working with 60-degree reference angles. that all right? 1 and square root of 3, negative 1 and square root of 3, negative. Okay, so 4 theta equals, is it clear we need to go around 4 times and pick up all of those answers? How many solutions are we going to have? 8 solutions, right? We're going to pick up 2 each time. So we've got pi on 3. See, we're going from 0 to 8 pi. 1/3, 2/3, 3/3, 4/3 pi. How many thirds to get all the way around? 6/3. So 7/3, 8/3, 9/3, 10/3 pi. Here's another way of doing it. If I want another revolution, I just need to add 6/3 pi to this, right? So 7/3 pi, another revolution beyond that, 6 more thirds, that's 13/3 pi. 6/3 more, 16/3 pi. That's 1 revolution, 2 revolutions, 3 revolutions. 6/3 more, 19/3 pi. 6/3 more, 22/3 pi. So theta equals, for multiplying by 1/4 here, pi on 12. 4's cancel here, so that's nice. 4's reduce, 1/3 pi. 7/12 pi. 10 and 4 reduced to 5 and 2. 2 times 3, 6. 5/6 pi. 13/12 pi. 16 divided by 4, 4 on 3 pi. 19/12 pi. And 11 on 2, 11 on 6. 11/6 pi. Notice that's still underneath 2 pi for us. We okay without introducing the u? I almost think it might be better without the u. Just keep it as 4 theta. Okay, but trust me, you're going to be talking about u substitution more in your mathematical future. Okay, so I'm going to go secant of theta on 4 equals negative 2 square root of 3 on 5 times 5/3. They're just trying to disguise what angle we're dealing with here. You know, these are all kind of predetermined problems. But let's just jump back up here. So we're going to say normally we are 0 is less than or equal to theta, is less than 2 pi, but I want theta on 4. Right? So we multiply all of this by 1/4 and we get 0 is less than or equal to theta on 4 is less than or equal to pi on 2. I'm only looking for answers in the first quadrant. Okay, so this is equal to, the 5's cancel, we get negative 2 square root of 3 on 3, which of course is negative 2 on square root of 3. All right, give you just a couple seconds here to figure out our 2 a.m. wake-up call for secant. X's, Y's, R's. Secant in 1, 2, 3. R on X, very good. R on X. So we need R on X to be negative. That's where X is negative. That's to the left. Well, R on X is negative, and that's big X. It's over here and over there. But that's not even allowable. We're only looking for answers that live between 0. Why can't we use this one? I'll show you why we can't use this one. We know this is 5/6 pi. We would say theta on 4 equals 5/6 pi, and the next thing we would do is what? Multiply by 4, and we get theta equals 26 pi, which is more than a full revolution. So theta would have to be too big. There's solutions, but there's no solution between where theta is 0 to 2 pi. there's solutions where theta on 4 would work, okay? So no solution within the prescribed range of answers. I'm going to skip that one. I'm going to jump to number 6 here. This one's so much like the last one with the theta on 4. Just quick here. How many answers do you think we're going to end up having here? Show me fingers. If you think you know how many answers we're going to... Show me fingers if you think you know how many answers we're going to end up having here. Yes. Yes. I think yes. 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 I think we're going to have 8. We're probably going to pick up 2 for each one of these, but we have to consider 4 revolutions. Not just 4 revolutions. Is it clear we have to consider 4 revolutions going backwards? We catching on to this? Not too bad. So 0 is less than or equal to theta is less than 2 pi, but I want to multiply all that by -4. So 0 is greater than or equal to -4 theta is greater than -8 pi. We need 4 revolutions backwards where this happens.
Would you flip the other side too? Between -4 theta.
Oh, I definitely should have. Thank you. That's not a safe day. That's for sure. Should switch that one. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to divide -4 here. I'm going to get tangent of -4 theta is when we divide by -4, we just get, you might want to put parentheses there, I wish they would have. The -4's just cancel, we just get square root of 3. I'm going to make it square root of 3 on 1. 2 a.m. wake up call, 1, 2, 3. That would be sine, y on x, right? So y on x, where is tangent positive? First and fourth. It happens here. Square root of 3, that's y, tall y, square root of 3 on 1, 2. That's not a 45. I probably drew it too closely to a 45. And there. We need a lot of room for answers here, though, so we're going to write small, or put them down here maybe. But I got to get these going backwards, right? This is pi on 3, so let's see, 1/3, 2/3, -2/3 pi, -3/3, 4/3, -5/3 pi. So this is what -4 theta equals. And now I just want to go backwards another revolution. And backwards another revolution is -2 pi. But I want to go in thirds, so -6/3 pi. -6/3 with this one would give me -8/3. Is that all right? -6/3 from here. Another revolution backwards, -11/3 pi. -6 from here, -14/3 pi. And I'm going to stop right there for right now. Because I know those aren't my final answers, and I think I can figure out the pattern of this as we go to the next step. That might be more than we need. So we're going to multiply by, I might regret that, but let's see. We're going to multiply by -1/4. And I get theta equals, I'm going to not reduce fractions here. Okay? I'm going to not reduce them. You'll see why. So we get positive 2/12 pi. We get positive 5/12 pi. We get positive 8/12 pi. We get positive 11/12 pi. And do we see the pattern? From here to here, there's 6/12, right? From here to here, there's 6/12. Remember, our pattern goes from here to here to there, right? That's the next revolution. These go together. So plus 6/12 plus 6/12. What's my next value that I'm going to put here in 1, 2, 3?
14/12.
14/12 pi. Next one, 1, 2, 3. 17/12 pi. And the final one, 1, 2, 3. Is that the final one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more. 23/12 pi. And guess what? I'm right at 2 pi now. Okay? And I think for the purpose of this, when we get multiple answers, I can live with these not being reduced. It's almost helpful in seeing things. Just understand that the answer key you have on this would be reduced. You can check, but I would be fine with you leaving them in that form. Where are we? Fist to 5 now. Oh, it's getting better. It's getting better. Okay, let's jump down to 10. So 0 less than or equal to theta less than 2 pi, but I want to multiply that by -2, so 0 is greater than or equal to -2 theta, get it right this time, is greater than -4 pi, unless we have special, oh, it's 4, -4, thanks, -4, and -8. Thank you. Unless we have special angles here, I'm expecting, how many solutions are we expecting? Expecting 8. Unless it's a quadrantal, and then there might just be 4. But I'm expecting 8 solutions.
8 solutions?
No, because it takes 2 pi to be a revolution.
Oh.
Right? So this is 4 revolutions backwards, right? Okay. So let's go secant of -4 theta equals divide -2, that's square root of 2 on 2, but that's 1 on square root of 2. 2 a.m. wake-up call for secant in 3, 2, 1. When is R1 and x square root of 2? Let it be noted that people are shaking their heads no. It never is. The square root of 2 is bigger, right? Be fine. That's wonderful. No solution. All right, I'm going to jump on to page 3. Oh, we definitely have to talk about this one. This one got mixed in there. I think for the purpose, here's what unless there's another one like it, for our purposes right now, here's how we're going to talk about 13. We're not going to talk about 13. It really is very manageable, and it's along the same lines, but I don't want to specialize in that one. Let's jump to back page and see if there's anything that appears more intimidating there. I'm going to do one more problem, unless it's a no solution, then I'm going to do 2 more problems because I'm feeling like maybe we're comfortable to get working on this on your own. Anyone want to choose one here? Number 17. Okay, so 0 is less than or equal to theta, is less than 2 pi, is our range of answers, but I want to be talking about 2 theta for now. 0 less than or equal to 2 theta, less than 4 pi. How many answers would we expect? Probably 4. Could be 2 if it's quadrantal. Okay, so if I multiply both sides by 3, I get secant of 2 theta equals 2. That's 2 on 1, and our 2 a.m. wake-up call for secant, 1, 2, 3. Is R on X. When is R2? When X is, oh yeah, that's a 1 square root of 3, 2. That's a 30, 60, 90. X is the short side. We've kind of been specializing in 60s here. So secant is 2 on 1 right here. And since this is positive, X must be positive. Where else is secant positive? To the right. Oh, down here. That okay? So 2 theta is equal to pi on 3. What's this one in 1, 2, 3? 5/3 pi. And now you can go 5/3, 6/3. You can count your way around. You can go back to here. I just need this one revolution later. 6/3 later, 7/3 pi. 6/3 later than this, 11/3 pi. So theta is times 1/2. Pi on 6, 5/6 pi, 7/6 pi, 11/6 pi. And once again, take a look. There we are, all between 0 and 2 pi. Okay, hope that's helpful for you. By all means, come in and ask questions if you have them.